All right, let's talk about something we all know a little too well, digital chaos. Today, we're going to tackle it head on. And by the time we're done here, you'll have a super practical toolkit to escape it for good.
So, does this sound familiar? You're jumping between like a dozen different apps, you're drowning in notifications, and you're always searching for that one critical file. You know that feeling? You feel like you're being productive, but really you're just busy.
Yeah, that right there, that's what we call digital chaos. And you know what usually causes it? Something I like to call shiny object syndrome. It's that urge, right? You see a new, cool-looking tool and you think, this is it. This is the magic fix. But let's be real, it usually just piles on more confusion. And that brings us to the most important point of all this. The goal isn't to get more tools. Not at all. It's about finding the right tools and then building them into a simple system that your entire team can actually get behind and, trust.
Okay, so before we even think about specific apps, we've got to get our heads in the right space. It all starts with the mindset. Let's walk through the 3 guiding principles that make or break any new digital tool.
All right, number 1, people over tools. I mean, you can have the most powerful app in the world, but if your team hates using it, it's completely useless, right? So you've got to get them involved from the start. Number 2, start small, win big. Seriously, don't try to boil the ocean. Just pick one big pain point, solve that, get that win, and then use that momentum to build from there. And finally, number 3, appoint a champion. Find that one enthusiastic person who loves this stuff and make them the go-to expert. It makes a huge difference.
Okay, with that mindset locked in, we're ready to build our digital hub. And you know what? It's actually simpler than you think. It really boils down to just 4 core needs. Let's break them down.
First up, pillar number 1, communication. You know the problem. Critical info is lost in WhatsApp, buried in emails, maybe even in some social media DMs. It's a mess. The ideal solution, a single centralized hub that's totally searchable. Think of it like a virtual office where every single conversation has its own proper home.
Pillar 2 is project management. Oh man, we've all been there. A task gets assigned in a meeting and then, poof, it just vanishes into thin air. The solution is a simple visual system that shows every single task, who's responsible for it, and where it's at. It's the difference between, wait, who was doing that again, and having absolute clarity.
And then we have pillar number 3, file storage. Come on, the endless hunt for final report _v4 actually final.docs, it has to stop. The goal here is so simple, a single source of truth. One secure, cloud-based digital filing cabinet that everyone on the team can rely on.
And last but not least, pillar 4, finance. Let's get the budget out of one person's head or that one messy spreadsheet nobody can find. What you need is a simple, live, and shareable ledger for all your financial tracking. This isn't just about numbers, it's about transparency. It makes finance a team effort instead of one person's burden.
So, now we know what we need to solve for. Let's get into the how. It's time to talk about some smart, simple choices for the tools that can become these pillars.
When it comes to communication, the big 2 you'll probably look at are Slack and Discord. And honestly, the biggest difference between them is just the vibe. Slack feels more like a professional, focused digital office. Discord, on the other hand, is kind of like a community clubhouse. The right choice really just depends on your team's culture.
Okay, for project management, let's look at Trello versus Asana. Trello is just beautifully simple. It's like a digital whiteboard with sticky notes you can drag and drop. Anyone can learn it in 5 minutes. Asana is more of a powerhouse. It's built for those really complex projects with lots of moving parts and dependencies. So it's really a trade-off. Do you need simplicity or do you need power?
And hey, here's a little secret weapon for you, especially if you're a nonprofit. Before you ever pay for a tool, just do a quick search for the tool's name plus the words for nonprofits. You'd be amazed how many top-tier companies offer their best plans for free or with a massive discount. This is an absolute game changer for your budget.
All right, let's switch gears to something that is absolutely 100% non-negotiable, security. And look, this isn't just some boring IT checklist item. This is your duty of care. It's fundamental to building trust and protecting everyone involved in your work.
First things first, forget passwords like summer 2025 ! The modern way, the best way to create a strong password that you can actually remember is to just string together 4 totally random words. Something like correct horse battery staple. It sounds silly, but it's incredibly hard for a computer to crack and way easier for a human to remember. So here are your 3 core defenses. Number 1, use a different, unique password for every single service. I know.
Which brings us to number 2, use a password manager to keep track of them all. And number 3, and this is the big one, turn on two-factor authentication, or 2FA, everywhere you can. It's your ultimate shield. It means even if a hacker steals your password, they still can't get in without your phone.
Yeah, just remember that number, 2. That second factor. It is such a simple step, but it adds a massive layer of protection. It literally turns a flimsy lock into a digital bank vault. And here's the golden rule for keeping your data safe within your team. It's called the principle of least privilege. It sounds fancy, but all it means is this. People should only have access to the exact things they need to do their job, nothing more. This one simple idea prevents so many accidents and keeps your important information locked down.
Okay, so you've got the mindset down. You've picked your tools. You've secured everything. So what's the final piece of the puzzle? It's about turning all of this great thinking into a real, concrete commitment that everyone on the team actually understands and agrees to follow.
And the way you do that is by creating a digital team agreement. It's not complicated. You just get your team together and answer these 6 questions. Simple stuff like, who owns the main account? What's the process for new people? And a really important one, what's the checklist when someone leaves the team? Just by answering these, you create this super clear, one-page guide for how you all work together online.
Because here's the thing, once you've replaced the chaos with clarity, once your digital strategy is humming along, you stop talking about the tools. The focus shifts back to what really matters, your mission. So the real question to leave you with is this. With all this newfound time, clarity, and efficiency, what incredible things are you and your team going to achieve?